Besides the hundreds and hundreds of police officers from around the state, there are plenty of people here who actually knew Deputy Wyman, and even more who didn't. As the body of Deputy Kurt Wyman is brought into the Utica Memorial Auditorium, his widow and their newborn child, born on the day he was killed, wait to follow.
I don't know how she's doing it, but God bless her.
Lauren Wyman is strong, and those that are here that know the family say so was the man she loves.
He touched so many lives, and he had a chance to change so many people. I know I'm a different person because of him.
This story for the past week has really gripped people, whether you knew the deputy and his family or not.
This is just a tragic story. I mean, if you look at all aspects of the story and how this young man full of promise lost his life, and then how a new child has been born into the family. So all we can say to the family is we care about you, we support you.
The military and law enforcement have the same job, to protect us. And Kurt Wyman, first as a Marine, then as an Oneida County Sheriff's deputy, did both.
These are the things that really show that this can happen to anybody, you know, and it happens every day, and they deserve the support, they deserve the recognition, because they really are heroes.
And there really isn't too much left to say after that. In Utica, Gary Libertor, News Channel 2.
So I know there's a market for organic produce. I know that we can't grow it around here year-round, although there are wonderful, wonderful organic farms throughout the Mohawk Valley and Central New York region. And so I started to sort of put all these ideas together in my head.
And what he came up with is straight out of a movie script. It's a process called aquaponics.
We grow fish in tanks, use the nutrified water from the fish tanks to hydroponically grow our lettuces and our herbs. By doing so, we're not introducing petrochemical fertilizers, we're not introducing pesticides. There's a definite harmony between the plants and the fish. In fact, if the fish are unhappy, the plants are unhappy, and vice versa. And we know very quickly when the balance is not there.
Aquavita Farms received $20,000 from the Oneida County Microenterprise Grant Program and a $200,000 loan from the USDA for this leap of faith.
Small business and innovation has always been the secret to this country's success. And here's a great example. A simple product, but a very complex process. And he mastered it, put a plan together, and here he is.
Aquavita Farms employs 3 people as of now. And if you're wondering about taste, have a bite to eat at Nola's, The Willows, Nail Creek, the Onondagas, and Aquavina.
Once you're here, I think you get hooked. And I mean, I know the kids do. And just walking up and down Main Street is fabulous. I mean, once you've done it once, you know, you want to come back every year.
Yes, induction weekend in Cooperstown is a mob scene.
It should be a lot of fun. It brings in a lot of money to the local economy, and everyone's here because they love baseball.
With the 2 players being inducted from the Minnesota Twins and Toronto Blue Jays, those teams are well represented.
Oh, it's a very exciting weekend. First time I've ever been down here, and hopefully I see a lot of support from the Blue Jays fan base, which is good to see.
Some drove the 1,200 miles from Minneapolis to see longtime Minnesota Twin Bert Blyleven get inducted, and some made more than one stop along the way.
We left last Sunday, and we had tickets for the Cubs game at Wrigley on Monday. Went to that, drove on Tuesday to Pittsburgh, and had tickets for the Pirates game on Wednesday.
And a good thing about having Twins fans in town, you get to hear a bit of that Minnesota accent.
It's exciting. It's like Chuck said, we've been here before, and we were excited to get back to be downtown, get the flavor of downtown, and it's a lot better downtown.
Well, the funny thing about Cooperstown this year is that as soon as there was a break in the traffic just before noon, a flash mob broke out.
A friend of mine, it was like a friend of a friend of a friend, said there's some kind of rehearsal going on for a flash mob dance, so I grabbed my kids, I'm like, we're in.
About 50 people practiced for a couple of weeks, and it definitely enhanced Hall of Fame Weekend 2011.
I don't know who came up with the idea, but I think it's awesome. We should do this every year.
a group of women that agreed that this sport really should be happening in this area, got together and started to organize and started to do research, and we figured out what the women in other cities were doing, and we gave them a call and had mentors and started it up. This is not the sport that it used to be. That there's a reason it's the fastest growing sport in the world, and it's because it has evolved.
It's a hard workout, 3 days a week. We give everything we can to get everything we can out of the sport.
You're always working on endurance and you're using your whole body. So if you're hitting someone, you're using all your muscles. If you fall down, you have to use all your muscles to get up. You're always skating for long periods of time.
Leagues all over the world comment on why that it's such a sense of family, because you're introduced to women that you normally wouldn't be in the same circles with. So we get to know women that we normally would not become friends with.
I've met tons and tons of women that I probably would have never met otherwise. Everyone's a little different, so it's nice to meet people from different backgrounds, and everyone usually ends up getting really close really quickly.
It is a very woman-empowering sport. It's something that makes any woman feel like they can conquer the world, and you don't conquer it by yourself, you conquer it with all of these wonderful women.
Roller derby has changed my life for the positive. It's probably been the best thing I've ever done for myself.
It's starting to catch on, and we have that support that we've been looking for.